Recording computer. Okay, so calculus, we're going to start on Siman Taf Ayin Daled Seif Aleph. Okay? So it says over here like this. Let me just make sure everyone's here again. Okay. So it starts like this. Siman Taf Ayin Daled Shotek Kol Sheni Ve'en Mevarech Alav Lo Beracha Rishona Lo Beracha Aharona. So remember that according to Shitat Maran, you only make two berachot on Borei Priya Geffen. Number one, right before for the Kiddush, and number three, which is basically after Birkat Hamazon, the Kotz Birkat Hamazon, because you finish Birkat Hamazon, you have to make Borei Priya Geffen. So according to Maran, the Kol Sheni, you don't make a bracha, not the bracha Rishona, nor the bracha Aharona. She'em mevarechim Borei Priya Geffen ki al kol shel Kiddush ve'al kol shel Birkat Hamazon. Ve'em mevarechim ala Geffen. This is the Beracha Aharona. La Geffen Borei Priya Geffen ki'im achar kos revi, only after the fourth cup. Now says the Rama, this is the famous the Rama that argues. I mean, hag ben Ashkenazim levarech beracha rishona al kol kos vakos. So according to Shitat Rama, every single cup Borei Priya Geffen, Borei Priya Geffen, Borei Priya Geffen, Borei Priya Geffen. And now we understand why. You remember we brought down in the Mishna above that we said that it looks like you're adding extra, meaning that if you have to make a Berura Priya Geffen beforehand, and now you didn't do a Seba, so on any of the cups, it looks like you're adding on to another cup, because you didn't have in mind that you were going to drink more wine, because according to the Rama, every single cup you have to have, you're going to make a new Beracha. For us, when I make Berura Priya Geffen, I'm having in mind the second cup, or anything else that I'm going to drink. But according to the Ashkenazim, it doesn't help, because anyway I have to make a Beracha. So he says, Aval Beracha Aharona, so that the last one, we're all together in it. Which means, whether Sfaradim or Ashkenazim, we only make Ala Geffen, Priya Geffen on the last cup. Okay? So that's, I think that actually finishes the Siman. Yeah, let's see. Let's see the Mishnah Berura. Mishnah Berura says as follows. Mishnah Berura says, making sure there's no, okay. Lo Beracha Rishona. Says 1 second. Every single cup is a mitzvah by itself, right? Nevertheless, since there's no esech hadat mishtia from drinking, because when you made the beracha the first time, you know you're going to drink the second time. Therefore, you don't have to make a beracha on every single kos. Okay, which makes sense. At the end of the day, there's no esech hadat. It's like right now, I'm going to make a she'akol, and I'm going to stay in this room, like what you said, Ari, the entire day. So I'm not going to make 20 berachot, one beracha, that's it, the entire day. So he says, Val kos of Birkat Hamazon, you have to do it again. That kos revi is going to be niftar b'beracha shel kos shlishi. That's obvious why, because again, the fourth one and third one are connected, because there was no hefsek, right? By the third one, you have to make a new beracha, but you made Birkat Hamazon. Birkat Hamazon took you away from it. That means it took you out of the previous berachot, so that's it. But the third and fourth is also going to be the same thing. Somebody want to say something? No? Okay. Fine. So then it says over here like this. It says, Ki'im achar kos revi. Unless you were talking about after the fourth cup. Right? Even though we just said that the Birkat Hamazon is like completely finishing off, and it's considered an interruption, I've said, to do with the Beracha Rishona on the third cup. You didn't lose anything. Here the Mishnah Berura is giving you a big chidush. The Mishnah Berura is giving you a chidush that Hesech Hadat only takes you off of the first beracha. It does not take you off of the last beracha. Because the last beracha has nothing to do with the Hesech Hadat, right? Which means, imagine right now, I'm going to come and I'm going to eat bread. And all of a sudden I decide, you know what, I'm not going to eat bread again. Okay? So I come and I do a Hesech Hadat. Let's say I even do my macharonim, so mamash, I take myself out of it. Now, even if I'm going to have to come and make a new Hamotzi to eat more, there's no problem with the Birkat Hamazon later on. Because the Birkat Hamazon, which is the Beracha Aharona, has nothing to do with the Hesech Hadat. So that Birkat Hamazon afterwards will still exempt me from both meals, right? Or for example, I came here I'm in my house, I make Hamotzi, I'm going to start eating. All of a sudden, I come and say, you know what, that's it, I'm finished. And all of a sudden, I'm going to go to somebody's house without saying Birkat Hamazon. I come, I'm going to eat there as well. So again, I'm going to have to make a new Hamotzi, new Netilat Yadayim and everything. When I'm going to make the Birkat Hamazon went on both. Because it doesn't matter to do with the Hesech Hadat, to do with the Beracha Aharona. So here it comes out that we would have thought that you're only going to do the Beracha Aharona on the last 2 cups. Because the Birkat Hamazon was poter on the first 2 cups. Here the Mishabra is telling you no. Ve'azi pater b'Beracha Aharona, all the 4 cups together, which is very interesting. Okay? Then the Mishabra says, Al kol kos v'kos, that's the minhag of the Ashkenazim, that on every single cup they make a Berura Gefen, Berura Gefen, Berura Gefen. The Mishitchid ba'Agada, but the second that you started Agada, asur lishtot, you're not allowed to drink. Ulhach li'ave hefsek, so according to Ashkenazim, that's the hefsek. That's ruche beracha b'kosheni, that's why you're in the kosheni, you need another one. Va'afilu neima dezeno mafsik liyam beracha, now even if you're going to tell me that it's not hefsek to do with beracha, just like it's brought down Siman Kufa and Chetziva, nevertheless, since each one is a beracha, is a mitzvah b'fnei atzma, yesh levarecha kol kos beracha b'fnei atzma. So the first reasoning was really be'emet, the first reasoning was because of what we mentioned of that it's a din of hefsek. So the second that you started magid, so now it's hefsek. Yeah? So now it becomes hefsek. So once it becomes hefsek, so what happens is that once it becomes hefsek, what happens is that you have to make a new bracha. But then says the Mishnah, 1 second, but we already learned that it's not considered hefsek. So he said, no, we're going back to the original reason, that since each one is a beracha b'fnei atzma, so therefore that's why you make a bracha on every single one independently. Right? This is almost like what Ashkenazim do with tefillin, you know, like each one a beracha b'fnei atzma, and afterwards they say Baruch Shalom all the way, but it's something very similar, very interesting. Fine. Aval Beracha Aharona. Bar Beracha Aharona. Says the Mishna Berura. Right? The Hesech Hadat kovea Beracha la'achara v'kanal. But the Hesech Hadat, right, does not change anything for the Beracha afterwards. So that's what we mentioned until now. I have nothing here on the Dirshu, on the Mishnah Berura Ish Matzliach. Does anybody have anything over there? Dirshu says anything? Anything to add? No, nothing?
The only thing that says that this idea of doing a beracha on each course for the Ashkenazim is only applicable if you're drinking wine. But if you're drinking something here that says apil trank, I don't know what that is. Must be some kind of juice or something. So the idea of blessing each cup is only if there's wine in them. That's what is brought down here in the Dirshu.
But wine meaning also grape juice, no problem with. I don't know what that drink is.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would have brought grape juice. So there's some kind of drink here that I don't know. I don't know what it is, but okay. Yeah, it seems like grape juice for the Ashkenazim would also require beracha.
Okay, very good. Okay, very good, perfect. Fine. So next Siman. Siman Taf Ayin Hey. Yeter Dinei Seder. The rest of the halachot of the Seder. Okay. So now we're going to continue. So we already did, if you remember. We did the halachot of the, how much does the cup have to have. Then we did the berachot of the beginning, of the yachats, of the, right now we're continuing. Yitol Yadav, this is already after Magid. Yitol Yadav, you're going to wash your hands and you're going to make a bracha of al Netilat Yadayim. Yikach hamatzot cheseder shenicham. You're going to take the matzot in the exact order, the way that you had them, right? Which is basically the prusa, the broken matzah between the 2 shlemot, between the 2 full middle ones, the full middle ones, between the full one on the top and the bottom. You're going to put them in your hand. Yivarech Hamotzi, right? Ve'al Achila Matza. You're going to make Hamotzi and then al Achila Matza. Ve'achar kach yitza me'ashlema aliyona or me'aprusa nishten yachad. Then you're going to break from the top one, the full one, meaning the top full one, and the prusa and the broken one, for both of them together. Itbalem me'melach. And then you're going to dip it in salt. So if you remember, I already told you that, here it says number 1. What's this number 1? Okay, here it brings down a sharat in Siman Taf Ayin Zayin Tzif Katan Daled to do with the kavanah of al Achilat Matza. That if I remember correctly, al Achilat Matza, you have to have in mind also the fikomen. Because remember, some people hold that the al Achilat Matza is on the fikomen. So therefore, when you make the Beracha of al Achilat Matza, you're having in mind the matzah right now that you're eating and the fikomen. That's a Sharasion, apparently it's Matza Fayin Zayin, Sif Katan, Daled. Yeah, שנידעת רש"י ורשב"א, משהו בדפים יוצאים עצם המצד האכילה מצה שתקנו לברך בתחילת הסעודה, וצריך באמת לכוון בברכה לפתור גם אפיקומן. ולדידו בוודאי צריך לחזור לכל בסיבה. Yeah, so you hear, so that's very important. So that's to add it on, which means when I'm making the beracha of ala achila matzah, I'm having in mind the fikumen as well. Now, another thing is that when we said you're going to have them in your hands, okay, the Mishnah Berura is going to bring it down. But in Shulchan Aruch, it's mashma that you're making both berachot when all three are in your hands. And we're going to see from the Mishnah Berura, it's not like that really. Okay, another interesting thing is Vitpalem Melach. Fine, it says Rama,
just a simple question for, since the rabbi and Isaac and you guys prepare little bags beforehand, is there really an inyan of the participants of the Seder to have the matzah that the mevarech is saying the beracha on, because it's evident that there's not going to be enough for the participants? So when you say it for your family, everybody has their bag in front of them. They're not getting a piece of the matzah that you bless because there's just not enough. So is there any inyan of them getting a piece from what you blessed?
Technically, they do not need to, because especially by the Hamotzi, they don't really need to. What I usually do, especially for the Afikomen, is that I give them a small little tiny piece of mine, and then they just, they're mashlim with theirs. Because again, what I'm going to give them is going to be, nothing. Understand? So it's not going to be enough. But that's especially for the Afikomen, because remember, the Afikomen was what I've done everything on. To do with the Kiddush, it's like Kiddush. For example, I'm making Kiddush. Is there any inyan that you drink from my Kiddush? So some people say chibur mitzvah, yes, but technically, if each one has their own small little tiny cups in front of them, you don't really need mine, because you already in sechova with that. And the same thing here with the
by kiddush, it's an occurrence that happens all year round. That Hamotzi all year round in our homes, you make Hamotzi and you give a piece. Not everybody has their challah in front of them. That's why I ask.
No, but for example, let's say what happened by Suda Shlishit. If I make right now in Suda Shlishit Hamotzi, and I just made Hamotzi lechem and I eat, technically speaking, you don't need for my bread. If you're sitting all the way across, I don't know where, and you have your bread in front of you, right? So if you were already tzechova with my berachot and I had the lechem Mishna, let's say you only had one bread. So you couldn't do the beracha anyway on your own, but you needed the lechem Mishna. So I made the beracha. Once I make the beracha, you could partake from that bread and say, you don't need my bread. Okay? Fine. So now it says over here like this. It says that the minhag is not to dip it in salt. Laila rishona, the patnaki does not need melach, which means the bread which is already a good form of bread does not need any salt. So technically, according to the Ashkenazim, you do not need to dip it in salt. Okay, that's what is brought down. Then it says, "V'yochlem beseba biyachad." You're going to eat it beseba together. So, okay, there's a whole question: do you have to actually eat it together or not together? Here, in the footnote, it brings down that it's mashma that you do not need to eat it together. Okay, so there's a whole question: do you have to eat it together, both of the kezitim? Because again, here we're talking about you have to eat two kezitim because you're eating one kezait from the top one, right, and one kezait from the prusa, from the broken one. Because which one was the real one that you had to eat? Okay, so v'yochlam b'seba b'yachad kezait mikol echad. So that's two kezitim. If you cannot eat two kezitim together, yochal shel hamotzi tchila. First eat the one of hamotzi, and then afterwards you're going to eat the achila matzah one. And then afterwards yikat kezait maror. You're going to take a kezait of maror. V'yishakenu kulo b'charoset. You're going to completely drown it in charoset, or I don't know how you want to call it. Yishakenu, right? V'lo yishenu b'tocho, but don't leave it there. Shlo yivatel tamin l'torah, because if you're going to leave it there for a while, it's going to take away the taste, bitter taste. Because of this, you have to you're going to shake it off, right? Which again, all this we don't do, and this we agreed, I think, with everybody, correct? Nobody does this. Vivarech al achilat maror, and you're going to make the beracha al achilat maror. V'yochlenu belo eseba, and you're going to eat it without eseba. Ve'achar kach notel matzah, and then you're going to eat the matzah. So again, here it's written, you eat the maror without eseba. Remember? No eseba for maror. Then it says, "Ve'achar kach notel matzah shlishit." You're going to take the third one. Uvotzea mimenu. You're going to break it. And ve'korcha im maror. You're going to make a sandwich with the maror. Ve'tovla b'charoset. You're going to dip it in charoset. So again, the third bottom matzah is going to be, how do you call it? Is going to be for the sandwich, for the bocadillos. Okay. Now says the Rama, V'yesh omrim de'en letov lo, that you don't do tivul, v'chenu b'minagim, v'chen ra'iti noagim. So we don't dip it in charoset. Ve'omer, and you're going to say for the book of Iyov, zecher lamigdash ki hillel ve'ochlam biachad ve'sedahu v'shu v'yirech al achila matzah, lo yasiach b'davar she'eno minyan hasudat she'ochal kricha zu. So basically, this is very interesting. Why? Because if you remember when we give the shiur on afikomen, one of the nafkaminas, which one is the achila matzah, was it going on the afikomen, meant that if the ala achila matzah goes on the afikomen, you're not allowed to speak in other things that has nothing to do with the suda until after the afikomen. But even according to this shita, let's say it's not the afikomen, and ala achila matzah is this, you're not supposed to speak in something which is not to do with the suda until after you eat the sandwich. That means you just said, ala achila matzah, you started eating, right? And now you're going to start speaking about some virus, or I don't know. No. Right? You're not allowed to speak. You're not allowed, lo yasiach b'davar she'eno minyan hasuda, ad she'ochal kricha zu. K'dei she'ta'aleh birkat achila matzah, birkat achila maror, also on this. And at the end of the day, the ala achila matzah is also going to be on the sandwich. And ala achila maror that you just did on the maror is also going to be on the sandwich as well. So therefore, in order that you don't have any problems, you're not supposed to speak. Okay? Let's see the Mishnah Berura.
But when you take two kezetim from when you said the Beracha, and you take one from the top and one from the prusa, the
Right.
half that you had at the prusa, that's basically the kazait. Right? Talking technical terms, that's basically a kazait.
Yeah, that's basically, because that depends. If you get it so perfect, like what Yitzchak said over there, so maybe it's going to be less than a kazait. It all depends.
Okay,
Right.
so in essence, what it means is that you did the beracha and you basically eat the half. You're gonna eat the half matzah and you're done with it.
Yeah, that's going to be that kazait. Yeah, the middle one, and then you're going to eat the top one. You're going to eat whatever it is, whether it's going to be
Whatever
two-thirds,
it is.
right?
But remember that I mean, from what we remember, that's only for the guy who was the kara. It's not for every single person.
Right.
Right,
and
we
that's what
discussed
some
that.
people- Yeah, we discussed that last time. Okay. Anyway, everyone here is going to have the kara right in front of them. No?
Not always. Depends. I mean, my son is not going to have a kara.
No, you're right. Your son. I'm saying anyone that's here in the shiur, basically. Meaning
maybe,
everyone that's here on the shiur, we are the ones that have the kara.
I'm gonna be with my father. He's not gonna have the kara. I'll have it.
Ah, okay. Fine.
Bezrat Hashem. Hashem is gonna cure everything, and we'll all be together again.
Bezrat Hashem. So then you're right. Then Ronnie won't have the kara. Nobody here will have the kara.
No, Ronnie will get in time to go to Toronto and get saved.
Oh, okay. Fine. Very good. Fine. Let's see the Mishnah Berura. So the Mishnah Berura says, here it is, Yitol Yadav. Okay? So let's start here. It says, when we're talking about Netilat Yadayim. So let me just see if there's any numbers here. Here I've got a whole bunch of numbers, actually. Kazay Mikol Echad V'Echad. Yeah, that was the Chazon Obadiah that says that if there's not matzot shebekara in order to give out a kazait for every single person, then you're giving them from outside the matzot, so then they don't have to eat. They only have to eat one kazait. Number 3 says that you have to dip it into the charoset. Not to dip the entire thing in it. Interesting. The Chazon Obadiah says that if you forgot to dip the maror with the charoset and you ate it without the charoset, you have to do it again, and you have to eat the kazait maror with the charoset, without a beracha. That is important. That I think is okay. Fine. And then we're gonna see number 5. Okay, number 5 is in already Mishnah Berura. Fine. It says like this: Yitol Yadav Rotze Lomar Af al Gav Shenatal LaYerakot. Even though you already did Netilat Yadayim for the karpas above in Siman Tafayim Gimel Tzivav Mikom Makom, Kevan De'amar B'natayim Agada, since you already said Agada, the Halel, obviously the first half of the Halel. Chayshina, we're gonna suspect Shema Hesiach Dato, maybe there was Hesech Hadat. And you touched in a place which is dirty because the hands are always busy, right? Somebody said yesterday about their hands; they're good with their hands. Their hands are always busy; they're all over the place. So therefore, we're going to suspect that you touched something. So then you're going to grab all 3 matzot in your hands, all 3 of them. The top one and the bottom one because of lechem mishne. The aprusa and the middle one because of lechem oni. You're going to make birkat hamotzi. Hashlishit lishamet yado. After you say hamotzi, you just drop the last one. So the bottom one just drops. Okay? Vivarech ala prusa, and you're going to make the prusa with the top one ala ahilat matzah. you're going to make the Beracha of Achilat Matza. Okay? Vivarech shte abrachot terem yishberem. You're going to make both brachot before breaking them. Just like the Mechaber says later on. So it says here, Kan Makom Tziyun, Sifkat Gimel of the Sharat Tziyun. What does he want? I don't know. Okay, apparently there's a Sharat Tziyun that is supposed to be over there. I don't know what he was trying to bring down. Okay, instead of later on. Okay, the Sharat Tziyun is later on. Is in number Gimel. So he says that it's really supposed to be over here. Fine. Okay. So then the way that we explained it, the way that he was explaining Maran, this is what we do. Okay, so again, all three matzot, you make Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, you drop the bottom one, Ahilat Matza. Once you said Ahilat Matza on the top one and the middle one, now you break and you eat. Okay? Nishtem biyachad, you have to eat from both of them together. You have to eat from both in one shot. Just like later on, and therefore, so when you break it, you should also break it together in one shot. Not one after the other, in order that there shouldn't be a hefsek between the betziyah and the betziyah rishona and the eating. So therefore, you break both of them in one shot and you start eating.
So a question, just out of curiosity. When you do actually the hamotzi and you break it, it says obviously you eat both of them at the same time. If not, you eat one, then the other one. But the question that I have, do you have a custom of giving to everybody, even though everybody has already pre-prepared the two kezites? Do you give part of where you blessed or you don't?
So that was what Ronnie, I think, asked a minute ago. And basically we said that technically if each one has
Estás dormido, Yuda. Estás dormido.
No, estaba saliendo y entrando, sorry.
Okay. So we said that technically you don't really need to. Because if everyone already has their own thing, so you don't need to. Sometimes I still do it just out of the fact that, that I was the one that made the Beracha, so I'm giving them a little tiny piece of my thing, but I don't think it's a requirement. It's not a chovah. It's just that's something that we just do, that, everyone just gets a little piece of ours as well. But again, it's going to be a small little tiny piece.
No, my question came in because then how would you know? I mean, you're supposed to eat first the matzah and then first the hamotzi, then the ahilat matzah, correct? In that order.
No. Here it says you're eating them together.
Right. But if you can't, it said before that you eat first the
matzah. You're right. Then you eat the top one and then the middle one, yes.
Right. So if you start giving away your matzah, I mean, then you're going to, you have to grab new ones. So which one's what? I mean, you have to have...
No.
But it says basically
right. Then anyway, you wouldn't grab a new one. It's true. No, you're right. Because you wouldn't give anybody from... If you give anybody from that small piece, you're not going to have a kazait there at all. And then even there, you have the koshi, you're borderline kazait. You understand? Depends how small you actually break it.
Right.
But as a follow-up to that, sorry, go ahead.
No. What I was getting at is then you don't. I mean, then you wouldn't give that piece, because if you give it out, you have to have an extra matzah there.
Right.
Or you have another one, symbolic one to give out.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't give it out.
You mean the middle piece, not the top piece. The top piece, you have a whole matzah.
Yeah.
No, the middle. I'm talking about the Ahilat. The Ahilat matzah, the middle one.
Yeah.
But what I do is I always have mashlim for myself. I give out a little bit to everybody, small pieces to everybody. I always do. I give out, but I always have also prepared for myself. So out of my vision, I could see how much I need.
No, but that's good, Yitzchak, only if you're doing that for the top one, because anyway you could give it to the top one and still have a kazai. But of the middle one of the kazai, you understand? Like technically speaking, that's if the shita is that this middle one is the kazait that I need in order to be a chovah. So if I just gave that away, I didn't need a kazait of that one. I need a kazait of other matzah that I brought from somewhere else. You understand? That's where the problem is. Meaning on the top one, for sure, there's no problem. Because on the top one, you could give that one to every single person, a little tiny piece, and you're still going to have more than enough. But on the middle one, depends how big you cut it. You said that you always get it exact, no? With your pre-cut matzot, no? Yeah? I
always get the shapes.
The shapes. Okay, fine. But I'm saying, but even with the shapes, if you're still going to have a small little tiny, like a vav over there, saying, I don't know how much mamash you're going to get, of a kazait. And it's going to be very tight of a kazait. So that's where the question might be.
You want to join my friends here?
Okay.
Wait, but as a follow-up to that, if you then reach Maror, where you have to have another kazait,
the Maror is the bottom one. The
Maror is from the
you're
bottom.
talking about bocadillo, not Maror.
El bocadillo. Yeah,
Bocadillo
bocadillo.
is the bottom one. So the bottom one, you have a huge matza already. You understand? So
Got
that again, anyway, is not a problem. But there, again, anyway, you would be able to get whatever you want. Like, for example, the balabai, he'll take the bottom matzah. But everybody else could take from the already prepared packages, and that's it. Okay? Okay, fine. So then it says, Mishtem biyachad. Oh, we just missed one. Ve'ena minhag letabel. So says the Rama, there's no minhag to start dipping the salt, the matzah in salt. Okay, so here we're going to have a thing now in a second. So it says like this. Rotze lomar, even though all the time you always do dip it in salt, even though it's going to be a good matzah, it's the same matzah, it's not a different matzah. As we brought out in Siman, nevertheless, on the night time, in the first nights of Pesach, we don't have the minhag, right? The tfehu nida lechem oni keshe'eno tovul b'melach, because it looks more like lechem oni if it doesn't even have melach. Meaning the fact it looks like more of a poor man's bread if it doesn't even have salt. So here it just says in number 7, the Sefer Kemach Solat Katav Sefer Yosef Alechem she's tikkun gadol litzpol b'melach. Also on the night of the Seder, and the Kaf HaChaim says Zabal etzeti dei chol hadeot. What you should do is dip it in salt and then shake the salt off of it. So that's what the Kaf HaChaim says. Which means here there's a machloket, should you dip it in salt or not? The rest of Pesach, you do it. But on the nights of Pesach, that if you want to do lechem oni, I guess the poor bread, the poor people were even worse than Papa Melach Tochal. I guess they didn't even have the melach. So therefore they weren't even able to dip it in salt. So since they weren't able, so it looks like more lechem oni without salt, don't dip it in salt. That's what says the Ramah. That's what the Mishabura is explaining. So comes the Ish Matziach and it says in the first of all that there is a Yesod Gadol, a Pia Sod, a Pia Kabbalah to dip it in salt. And then he says if you want to be Tzchuva, everybody, what do? You dip it in salt, then you wipe it off, and then you eat it. Okay? Next, Sif Katan, hey, Balayla Rishona. So it says here on the first night, so it's not about Belelot Rishonot. It's not only the first night, it's both nights, because obviously we live in the diaspora, there are 2 nights of Pesach. Yochlem, and then you're going to eat it. Because since you made the 2 brachot, the kavanato ayala shlema velo plusa, both of them. You have to eat from both of them. You have to eat it beseba. Look up above Siv Zayin. What happens if you didn't eat it beseba? Now you're going to have to eat it together. Biyachad. Shim yochad mitchila kezayit shel hamotzi dainu mina shlema. But if you're going to first eat the motzi ala shlema, hareu kemafsik ben beracha la'achila matza la'achila plusa. But then you made a set between achila matza and the eating. Now, if you ate from the prusa beforehand, and then afterwards from the shlema, also you're mafsik. According to the poskim, that they hold that bikat achilat matzah is on the shlema, and therefore you eat both of them together. Meaning that's the entire reason also why you eat both together, because since there's a safek which one was the real bracha on, so that's why you have to eat both of them together, and you're gonna have to eat a kazait from each one. Kazait mikol echad says mina prusa bevadai tzarich kazait. For sure, on the prusa you need a kazai because you're making al achila matzah. There's no such thing as eating, which is less than a kazai. However, prusa motzi we already kaimelanda motzi v'chim afilo pachot kazai. You can make a motzi lechaminaris even on a tiny crumb. The kanab siman reshiod. Elamishum diyesh poskim shodim bikat motzi kala prusa. But since some people say that the motzi is on the prusa and the bikat achilat matzah is on the shlema, is on the full one, so that's why you need a kazai from each one. Okay? והסכימו האחרונים זה צריך רק להכניס לפיהו את שני הכזיתים בבת אחת ולרסקם. All you have to do is just put them both, through the 2 kezitim in your mouth and to crush it, אבל הם מחויב לבולעם בבת אחת. You don't have to swallow it in one shot. על ידי שיבלה כזית לערך בבת אחת, you could do כזית each one, ואחר יבלה השאר, and then afterwards you're going to swallow the rest. ובדיעבד אפילו בלה כזית, ובדיעבד even if you did swallow the כזית מעט, יצא כל 3 שעה מתחילת אכילתו צופה יותר מדרך לפרס, as long as it didn't pass כדי אכילה פרס. That I do remember somewhere written down. Maybe you could check over there, but I remember somewhere written down that the time of Kedei Achila Pras only starts when you swallow. And since it only starts when you swallow, that's why a lot of people will come and they'll start like chewing and chewing and chewing, you know, like to chew it very, very, very well. And then when they swallow, that's when, as if say, the timer starts. You understand? So that means the timer of the 4 minutes only starts after you already started chewing it. Here I have a number 8. The number 8 says, in the Shut Chazon Ovadia says, you don't have to put the kezetim lefiv vatachat, and even the chetila you can eat it lat kederech achila, as long as you're not waiting, you have to make the achila pras. I mean, according to him, you don't have to start shoving in your mouth with the, I don't know how many kezetim and start crushing and this and that. You understand? It's okay. You understand? You don't need that. You have to add something?
Yeah, Rabbi Yashiv says that you should put it all in your mouth and swallow it all in one shot.
Who says that?
Rabbi Yashiv.
Rabbi Yashiv. Okay. So you have the two extremes.
And Rabbi Nissim Karlitz says that you should not swallow it all in one shot because that's not the way people eat. People don't eat that way.
Right. Which that makes sense because at the end of the day it has to be derech achila. And that was what Rav Ovadia was saying. Rav Ovadia was even saying the same thing. He said, derech achila.
So does Rosh Hashanah Zaman Orbach.
Okay. So basically, Rav Elyashiv was the only one. I did see somebody once try to do like Rav Elyashiv, and it looked terrible. Right? It just like, he had like you're salting the entire thing. You were like, we were on the floor already. You understand? We had to quicken to eat before, because if not, you were going to miss the 4 minutes of the, by the time everyone was, it was becoming all red, it was just so much and so much in his mouth. But anyway, fine. So that was Sif Katan, Hey, no? In the Mishnah Berura. Yeah, let's see. I just lost it. No, that was Sif Katan Tet. Sif Katan Yod, Shel Hamotzi Tchila. So if you cannot do both of them together, you do the Motzi first. Ki Shlema Yonah, that's the top one. Because Mikar Adin, that is the Birkat HaMotzi. Velo Avi Yefsek V'Diavad, Ma She'ochla V'Merachat Achilat Mitzah Achilat Prusa. But since it's still coming for that Kedai, so therefore, which means that, let's say right now, I cannot have both of them together. So then first have the Hamotzi one, which is the full one, and then have the broken one. Why? Because Mikar Adin, the Birkat HaMotzi is going on the top one, the full one. So he says, since it's going on the top one, which is the full one, so I'm going to start eating that one. And he says, it's not a stake between the fact that I had the Ahilat Matza and now this part. He says, why? Because at the end of the day, I needed this bread. I needed this bread in order to make the Hamotzi, to make the Beracha on the Kazai. So both of them have to be done Beseba. Not only just the one al Achilat Matza, even the Hamotzi also has to be done Beseba. Okay? Then the next one, it says,
so here, show and tell.
1 second. I can't see you. I'm going to have to turn it on. Just 1 second now.
I don't know. So here in the Agadah of Rav Yitzchak Yosef, it brings, just to sum up. So he brings the whole thing about the kezetim, that וכן אם בני ביתו מרובים, אין מספיק לחלק לאכל אחד מהם שתי כזיתות ממצוות הסדר, what does he do? יכול לתת להם ממצה שמורה אחרת אשר מחוץ לשולחן. ואז די בה כזית אחד ברווח לכל אחד. ואין הכרח לתת לכל אחד מהם שני כזיתים מן המצות שמורות אשר מחוץ לשולחן.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we said, yeah?
Also, he says that, let me see. And also here he says, אם אינו יכול לאכול שני כזיתים ביחד, יכול של המוציא תחילה, שהיא שלמה העליונה, ואחר כך של האכילת מצה, שהיא הפרוסה. ובדיעבד, אם אכל כזית אחד בין מן השלמה, בין מן הפרוסה, יצא. ובמקום קצת הצער, די אף לכתחילה בכזית אחד בלבד. So it's ממש, even if it's hard for you, even one kazait lechatchila, it's fine.
So practically speaking, you're taking a little piece of the top one, a little piece of the middle one, and you keep eating till you get through two kezatim, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, fine. No, but what Yitzhak just said now was the b'diavad, because that's what everyone has to understand, that the b'diavad is, technically speaking, that's what we always speak about. How much kezetim do you have to eat on the night of Pesach? So according to everybody, the least amount is 3 kezetim. We're going to need 1 kezait for motzi matzah, 1 kezait for the korech, for the bokavio, and 1 kezait for the vikuman. If you're going to tell me that you want to do the best of the best, you're going to need 5. 2 for motzi matzah, 1 for the motzi, 1 for matzah, 1 for the bokavio, and 2 for the vikuman. Okay, so that's going to be like understand now again, if you don't have the seder plate in front of you, so technically even the lechatchila could become for you 4, because then you need one for the beginning, one for the bocadillo, and then two for the piccomen. Okay, fine. Now it says over here like this. It says, "Ve'achar כך של אכילה מצה בדיעבד, if you eat a כזית בין משלם לפרוסה יצא." As so Yitzchak, what you just read from the Yitzchak Yosef is written mefurash here in the Mishnah Berura. Yud Aleph.
Wait. Actually, look what he says here, because what you get the sikum you gave, he brings like this. יש לאכול בליל פסח לכל הפחות 4 כזיתים. מצה.
Okay.
He says. ומכל מקום, זקן או חולה, an older person or a sick person, די שיאכל כזית מצה בתחילה, בברכת על אכילת מצה. ואחריה, כזית מרור. ולקורך, ייקח חתיכה קטנה של מצה, וחתיכה קטנה של מרור, ולאחר מכאן יאכל כזית אפיקומן. So ממש it's even less. It's like 2 1/4.
Why does he say by the korech that you're yotzei chova with even a little tiny piece?
I have no idea. That's what he wrote. This is the Yalkut Yosef, the Agadah of the Yalkut Yosef.
Interesting.
Also, he brings רשאי לאכול את הכזיתים מעט ללא שיהיה בינתיים, כדרך אכילת הרשות, ובלבד שלא יישאר באכילת הכזית כשיעור כדי לאכילת פרס. דהיינו 6 דקות עד 7 דקות וחצי. וטוב להחמיר לסיים את אכילת הכזית ב4 דקות. והמחמירים להכניס שתי כזיתים לפה בבת אחת, חומרה יתרה היא, ופעמיים שאף יש בזה חשש סכנה.
Interesting. No, he brings it down here. I just understood. The Piskei Teshuvot here brings down the name of the Mekor Chaim for the Chavot Yair. He says that by Korech, it's not written in the Shulchan Aruch any type of a kazayit, not in the Matza, not in the Maror.
There you go.
Meaning that by us, that means when we just mentioned about the kezetim and everything, we're going to find the kezetim by the Fikomen, or we're going to find the kezetim about Motzi Matza that we just read. But no, there's nothing written on Korech. So because of that, an Easternis, right, or somebody that has stomach problems, so Enk paid up his shiur. That's what he says. However, though, there's a rokeach. The rokeach says that a person should take a kazay matzah and kazay maror for korech, and it's also the sidur yavetz. So it's a rokeach and a sidur yavetz, just like this. So that's why he just says that in Siman Taf Pei Vav Sif Katan Aleph. What's Taf Pei Vav here? Taf Pei Vav. Keitza Nesharim Ashne Kazatim. So here in Siman Taf Pei Vav, when he speaks about the kazatim, basically he wants to say that for the korech, you could be more lenient, which means that it says over here, so he wants to say that you could be more of the lenient of a smaller kazait, which means basically they could do either like the Rambam kazait or whatever it is, meaning that, remember, the Rambam kazait is around, if I remember, I think it's 18 grams. So if it was 18 grams, imagine how much grams you have to actually have of weight. It's going to be much less. You understand? If 20 grams is 28, so imagine how much is 18. So you're talking about a minimum of 10 less. So if you're going to do it in a ratio, 20, no, somebody with math, good at math, you have to prorate it. If I just told you that 20 equals 28, so how much is 18? 3 quarters. I don't know, maybe I would say it's around, like, say 14, 13, I don't know what it is. Okay, you understood what I just did?
Got it.
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, let's continue. So then it says over here like this, Kizait Maror. Okay, ואפילו אכל כלח שלם עם העלים כברייתה לא יצא שם בו כזית. So according to the, 1 second, but this is the bocadillo or this is Maror Ragil? ואם יכול לאכול כשני זיתים יום לפעמים, אנחנו ניקח כזית מרור, יש כנו גזור, יש מתוכו שבטר ממתו מטעם זה. Okay, no, so this is the first one. In the first one, you must have a kazait of maror. Okay, so that's for sure. You have to have a kazait maror. And then as he says, if it doesn't have kazait, you're not going to be tzechova. Then v'yishekenu kulo, kedei lahamit eres, in order to destroy the eres, shebetocho, to get rid of it. Yes, מקומות שאינו הגיל לשקע כולו לבציבור מצוותו. Sometimes they just dip it a little bit. But again, here it's mashma. Again, you're only dipping. So that's why I told you that we still have to find out why our minhag is not to dip. You guys said that you guys dipped the first. No, you guys dipped the maror by itself, correct?
22 grams was the ratio. Sorry for the
Yeah,
delay.
we dip. Yeah, we dip for the maror, but not for the sandwich. The sandwich is spread.
So the sandwich is spread,
Listen.
and you dip for the thing. And what did you say? I couldn't hear you.
The ratio was 22 grams. It was over 22 grams. 18.
No, but it has to be the opposite. Meaning,
Yeah, you're talking about 10 to 12.
When we need 28 grams of a regular kazait is 28. So when we need 28, the Ben Sion says that 20 is already enough. Because if you have 20 grams
then
of
up
weight,
back down to 12. There's 12 the other way.
okay, so the other way is 12. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So 12. So that means for a sick person, you could be even lenient in 12, unless there's a shiur even smaller than the Rambam. And then maybe then you could have even less. You understand? Let me just see Tafei Vav. Here it is, Tafei Vav. Unipal Le'el shiur Matza is 9.5 grams. Some people say even 7 grams. Maror is 17.3 grams. Some people say, yeah, here he brings out even 9.5 grams. How does he do that account? I don't know. Because he says we're going like the Rambam. The Rambam holds that a kazait is a third of a beitzah. So if you're going to tell me that a beitzah, which is an egg, is either going to be 54 or 56 grams, so we're talking about a third of that. So usually a half, what we call a kazait is, if we're going to say it's 56, so half of 56 is going to be 28, correct? But if you're going to say 56 divided by 3, yeah, it's 18.6. So it's 18.6, so 18 grams. I don't know why then he says, lechatchila, he says over there that you could do even 9.5. How do you get that? 9.5 grams.
Most of the kazayit, that's a little bit more than half.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what's the explanation there. I don't know. He says here 9.5 grams, but I don't know how he got it. But that's a pisketchuvo. We would have to check it. Okay, fine.
There's also a very nice diuk here about, since most of us, there's not enough to give from the matzot when you're doing the Hamotzi. If people are gonna partake from other matzot, they must be split and they must be on the table, because it's on the table where the Divrei Haggadah was said. So the matzot, to fulfill lechem oni, they must be broken at the time that the Beracha is made. It's a nice little deal.
Again, one more time. There has to be broken at the time.
I'll read it. I'll read it to you. ולדעות אלו שלוקחים הכזית לכל המסובים עם מצות אחרות, דעת הגאון רב ניסים קרליץ שיש להקפיד שמצות אלו יהיו פרוסות ולא שלמות בשעת הברכה, כדי לקיים דין לחם עוני, וכן ממס שדרשו חז"ל לחם עוני שעונים עליו דברים הרבה. That's עוני שעונים עליו, que se dice la Haggadah. דעת הרב סולובייצ'יק שלצורך הכזית הראשון צריכים כל המסובים לקחת מהמצות שהיו על השולחן בעת אמירת ההגדה, שעליהן אמרו את דברי ההגדה. וכן לדעת הגאון רשמואל ווזנר שיש לכל אחד מהמסובים לברך על המצות שלפניו, כמובן שצריכים הן להיות מונחים לפני כל אחד על השולחן. So they need to be in front of you and already split. Because I've seen it, that you open a box. Huh?
No, because when we're doing the packages, they're already split. They're already into broken pieces. So on that point,
the guys who do the packages.
Exactly. So the packages is already okay. That's true. But no, but what the chidush is that you have to have it on the table. Meaning
you can't bring it from a box from the kitchen.
Box, exactly. Usually we have it on the box. Well, the truth is though, we have it in a box, but it's beside us. Meaning it's like, okay, it's not mamash in the kitchen. It's right beside us. The question is it on the table?
Yeah, we have it on a tray. I usually prepare it on a tray, but it's not on the table. It's next to it.
Exactly.
Even though I think one year, I remember I wrote the names. Yeah, but I left it in a tray. I never actually put it on the table. Rabbi Naim said that you should put. Rabbi Naim said you should put Seder plates to every single one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But that's again, it's Zacha.
But it's a nice thing that it's a nice thing that lechem oni she'onim alav, that it's
we learned that already.
That have been listening.
But that we learned that already. No?
Sí, ya eso era cuando estaba echado, Ronnie, una de las noches.
No, we said that already.
Con ditón.
No, but we for
So
sure
one
learned
sec-
that already.
So 1 second. So what are we saying? The plates cannot be on the table, or they have to? I didn't get that. Ronnie, repítelo otra vez, porque si no Ari va a repetir la pregunta.
Ari, mira, el shiur generalmente se escucha. Cuando escuchas el shiur te enteras de lo que ocurre. Just a thought.
Thank you.
Mamash here, wow,
Revive,
everyone's on
Chavo.
fire.
Oh, what we said is at the time of the Beracha, since there's not enough to give around from the ones you're using, at the time of the Beracha, since other people are going to have their own, they must be split at the time of the Beracha, and it's preferable that those matzot are on the table, because the word lechem oni is she'onim alav, matzot that we're listening to the divrei Haggadah. So it shouldn't be that you brought a box from the side and then opened it and then distributed it, rather. That's it.
No, I got that. But then Isaac was saying it's not on the table. But I thought it was meaning that it doesn't have to be on the table. That's why I got confused.
No, we're saying that we never put it on the table. Like when I do it, and I do it into the little bags, I always have it in a tray next to, but I never had it on the table. And the rabbi was saying that he doesn't remember that he had it on the table either. What Ronnie was adding is that what he said from the Nisim Karlis is that it should be on the table.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I'm trying to remember where we saw it, but we for sure spoke about this concept of the lechem oni she'onim alav. I just don't remember where we saw it though. Fine.
Well, I'm reading his Kitzur here, and in the Haggadah, and he's also adding that, obviously, very important, the mitzvah tzrichot kavanah. So you have to have kavanah, that you have to do it again.
Again, one more time. The mitzvot tzrichot kavanah there for what?
That you have to have kavanah when you're eating the matzah. So if you
Right.
don't have kavanah, you have to. Actually, he says with yabadim lo kiven be'achilato yatsa. So not what I said.
If you have the kavanah, you're right. If you have the kavanah on it from the beginning. 100%. Okay, fine. I think we saw it here. Can you check? Yitzchak, what does it say? V'yivatzerenu l'shtayim in the previous Siman, Tafayin Gimel, Mishna Berura Nun Zayin. No, he doesn't have anything there?
לחם עוני. כדי לקיים מה שקרא כתוב לחם עוני, כדרכו של עני בפרוזה. ואמר אמצעית, כי ברכת האכילה מצה עיקר עלי קאי, וברכת המוציא שמריח מתחילה קאי על העליונה המונחת לפניו. And over there, the Dirshu says...
No, we saw it yesterday, sorry. Mishna Berura Ayin Vav. Yagata Matzata Tami. Ronnie, look in Siman Tafayin Gimel, Mishna Berura Sif Katan Ayin Vav. When we said that the bread should be meguleh, why is it that the matzah should be redeemed? So the truth is that I think, Ronnie, you left last night early. I think this is where we finished yesterday, so he's patur. You got off the hook this time.
Chazak. Escuché.
Very good. So it's right there. ולכן נקרא מצה לחם עוני שעונים עליו דברים. So we answered on there. I remember we saw it. That's why I just said we for sure saw it yesterday. Okay, fine, very good. So next. So now we're on Mishna Berura Yud Daled. Mishna Berura Yud Daled says Yochalenu beli seba. You're going to eat it without a seba. Shu zechel avdut. That means the maror you eat without a seba. Why do you eat it without a seba? Because zechel avdut. Nevertheless, if you want to eat it with a seba, you're allowed to. Okay, then we said matzah shlishi, the last one, the last full matzah, which that's for the bocadillo, kedei lekayem mitzvah b'shloshtan. That's why you do the mitzvah in all three of them. Okay, v'korchayim maror, and you're going to do the korech with the maror. V'tzarich kazayit matzah v'kazayit maror. So here it is. Where's this? Tetvav. שערי תשובה בשם תשובת שאגת אריה. And the Mamar Mordechai in the name of Kama Rishonim. Okay, so basically, Lichat Techila, and I guess that's what we were saying at the beginning, Yitzchak, that Lichat Techila, according to everybody, you're going to need the 3 kazatim. It's only in a case of a sick person or things like that you get the b'diavad. I mean, if somebody's going to ask me right now, right, Rabbi, how many kazatim do I need? Without chumrot. Don't give me into chumrot and what do you need? So according to the way, again, at least in Mishna Berura's paskening, let me just check if somebody argues here. Number 4. ומכל מקום, במקום צורך, יכול לסמוך כאן על הסובלים שכזית הוא כשליש ביצה 18 grams, ואם קשה עליו מאוד, לקח כזית מצה ומרור לכריכה אשר להסתפק בכל שהוא. Yeah, so that's a Chazon Ovadia. Shul Chazon Ovadia. So the same thing. Which means like this. Licha tefila, a person should always try to come and have one kazait of matzah, one kazait moror, even for the bokadir. So according to that, if I'm going to ask you, what is the minimum kazatim that you need? 3. One for the motzi matzah, one for the kazait of the bokadir, and one for the vikomen. If you want to come with a more chumrot, then you have the other ones, whether it's going to be, if I remember correctly, Rav Ben Sion, but remind me, now it's a little bit late, but remind me, if I remember correctly, Rav Ben Sion said that if I have a choice, whether to have 2 kazatim for the fikomen or 2 kazatim for the motzi matzah, no, actually, okay, I don't want to say it, because I don't remember now. I don't remember if he said which one was better, which means if I have a choice, I'm going to tell you, Rabbi, I'm going to do 4 only. You decide which 4 I'm going to have. So for sure, you're going to have 1, 1, 1, 1. The only question is, which one do you have 2 in the fikomen or in the motzi matzah? If it could be the motzi matzah, but I would have to check. I don't remember now. I would have to check. Or it could be the fikomen. I don't remember now. Okay, somebody remember? No? Okay, but so remind me then, because we're going to have to look it up. Because that's very, very important. Okay? Then it says in the Mishnah, the tam kricha zu. So why do you have to do this kricha of the bokadio? כדי לצאת דת הלל, in order to be יוצא חובה השיטה הלל, תסביר לדקרא דעל מצות ומרורים יאכלו, as it says in the pasuk, על מצות ומרורים יאכלו, אחד ידעתי together משמע, מכל מקום nevertheless, לצאת רק בזה על ידי אכילת מצה ואכילת מרור, אי אפשר בזמן הזה, אפילו להלל. He says, however though, he holds that the pasuk of על מצות ומרורים יאכלו is mashma together. Nevertheless, לצאת רק בזה על ידי אכילה מצה ואכילה מרור, together אי אפשר בזמן הזה, even according to הלל, כיוון ברור בזמן הזה, דלק הפסח, אינו רק מדרבנן. ועל כורחה כשיאכלם ביחד, עתי טעם מרור ומבטל טעם מצה, שהוא מדאורייתא. So then it comes out that the maror is going to come, and it's going to take away the דאורייתא of the מצה, אפילו בזמן הזה. משום זה, בגלל זה צריך לאכול מתחילה כל אחד בפני עצמו, ואחר כך אוכל שניהם ביחד כדי לעשות זכר לזמן שהיה מקדש קיים, והקריבו בפסח, ואז לפי דת הלל, יאכלו מצה ומרור ביחד. Everyone understood this Mishabra? It's a little bit complicated. Yeah? Shtika koda? Everyone understood? I lost everyone again. Ronnie? No, Ronnie's not there.
We're here. No, Ronnie
you're
left.
here.
I'm good.
Okay, so everyone understood then, yeah?
Everyone's
Yeah.
good.
Okay, very good. So if everyone understood, that's perfect. Next. V'tovelet b'charoset. You're going to dip it in the charoset. So it says over here like this. V'tovla b'charoset. Sharei kricha zu is zechel hamikdash. This is zechel hamikdash like Hillel. And Hillel was mekayem matzot charoset b'maror. Right? Zeh v'kricha. Sharei lo yochel maror klal. He wouldn't need a maror at all. I call him a kricha zu. וגם בזה צריך לנהל החרוסת. You also have to take it off. Just like in the Maror, Shachal Mikodom. So again, I don't know where Minhag comes from, but I don't know. The end of Tovlo, according to the Ramah, you don't do Tibul. Tamam shekvar kiyem mitzat charoset betibul rishon, but you already did the charoset in the first time around. V'gam en lecharush le'eresh maror. You're not going to suspect the poison which is in the Maror, because you already ate it with the matzah and the kricha. לכן ראיתי נוהגים לצור, I saw people being נוהג, אין באחרונים שהסכימו דעיקה כדי הראשונה מכל מקום, היכי דנהוג נהוג, whatever the minhag is a minhag. ואומר, and you're going to say, look in the Beracha. Here it is. Kashe, hello, Amidah Zuav Yefsek ben Beracha lekricha. He's saying that this is a Yefsek, which means, why are you saying Zechel HaMikdash, all these things? That's a Yefsek. So it says, V'mechaber b'atzmo mesayim shen zu lasiach ta'at, k'dei shetale b'irkat achilah, בדוחק כלומר, זה גם המילה זו מעניין הסעודה, כמו אותו בריך. באמת לא מצאתי שום פוסק על איש שכתוב מחבר, רק כתבו בכריכה זו היא זכר למקדש, אבל לא הזכירו שמה זה זכר למקדש, ואולי לאו דווקא כתוב מחבר ואומר ואוכלן. אלא שצריך מתחילה להתחיל לאכול, and then afterwards you say this. ולולד מספינה ומינה, זה צריך לומר במחבר, וטובלה באחרות, זה זכר למקדש כהלל וכלשון הש"ס. והי ואומר, שיטפא דלישנה. Wow. Everyone understood that what just happened here. Basically, he's basically just saying that this entire inyan of what we say, Zechel HaMikdash, Ki Hillel and all the same things, is a mistake. Because that's what I said. So maybe you should have eaten it, and then after eating it, then you're going to say this. But then afterwards, says the Mishabra, if I wasn't afraid, I would have just said it's a mistake in the Maran. The word ve'omer is this stam. It's not ve'omer. You're not actually saying this. So here I have a shut chazon of Vadia, that he says a shut tamua. He says, what, you're going to destroy all the sfarim? And that's a minhag. וכן מבואר בראשונים. ואין לחוש בזה להפסק, מאחר שגם לדעת הלל יצא ידי חובה במצב מרור שאכלה לבדן, ואינו אוכל הכורך אלא זכר למקדש. He says, since over here you're only doing it as a zecher, as we explained in the previous Mishnah Berura, because nowadays it's only zecher. Why is it only a zecher? Because nowadays it's all the Rabbanan. Why is it the Rabbanan? Because technically speaking, the second that you already, if you're going to tell me that you're obligated to do it, the Maror is the Rabbanan because there's no Pesah, and the Matza is Doraita. So now the Maror is going to take away the time of the Matza. So it's all the Rabbanan. It's only zecher. So says Rav Ovadia, since it's only zecher, we could continue our minhag of saying this entire thing of zecher lamikdash v'chulu v'chulu v'chule, and we have no problem with this. Okay, that was that little one-liner of Ayin Beracha. And it says ki hilel. It's clear until here or not?
Yeah, it looks like there's some people that have the custom of not saying it.
I guess it's like the Beracha. Who's that custom?
Yeah. No, I don't know, because I'm looking at the Yalkut Yosef Haggadah, and here it says, גם מי שלא נהג לומר לפני אכילת הכורך, זכר למקדש, טוב וראוי לאומרו, ואין בזה חשש להפסק.
Okay, so he's just saying that, I mean, even if a person is going to do like the Beracha, it's good to say it. Okay, and that's what I mean now, to say it. So here you see one of the first times where Rav Ovadia says that there's no problem with say. Continue the minhag, no problem with say. Say everything else. Okay, very good. Fine. So here it says, "V'chen ra'iti." No, is that one? Yeah, Hilel. Sorry. בנוסחה אצלנו בהגדה, כן עשה הלל בזמן שבית המקדש, היה כורך מצה ומרור ואוכל ביחד, יש כתבות שצריך לומר, היה כורך פסח ומצה ומרור. Okay, it's just different נוסחאות. Here I have a number 6. The number 6 says, נוסח הספרדים שהיה כורחם ואוכלם בבת אחת. And that's what our נוסח is. Next. ואוכלם ביחד, you eat them together, look in לאל סיכותנתש, כדון שצריך לבלוע ביחד, you only have to put it in your mouth in one chop, the same halacha here, you don't have to ממש swallow it together. בהסבה, משום מצה שאוכל, because you have to do the הסבה because of the מצה. Okay, because of the מצה. Okay, כ"ד, the last one, כדי שתעלה, רוצה לומר, עושים לנו זכר למקדש, ואז עיקר המצווה רק בכריכה, ולכן צריך שלא להפסיק כדי שתחול הברכה לכריכה. So it comes out that you're not supposed to make any type of hefsek because we want that it shouldn't be a hefsek because the bracha is also on the sandwich. And if a person did speak, he does not have to make the bracha on the kricha. So with this, we finish the Sif Aleph of Siman Taf Ayin Hein. Let me stop the recording.